How's it going, everyone? Mask here, back with some Black Desert Mobile. Today I'm starting a two-part series on merchantry. Now this one I have much more planned and rigid. My goal is to really actually condense super usable merchantry information into a format that more people will watch because it's not as long and the information will actually get out there to more people. Because merchantry, if you can really fall in love with merchantry like I have, it is the key to opening this game wide open and allowing you to really compete and keep up without having to drop a ton of money. That being said, let's get focused on our goal here. It's going to be the 4 fundamentals of merchantry. This video will be covering the first 2 of them. So let's get underway and we'll check it out. Let's see what our first fundamental of merchantry is going to be. Fundamental number 1, rapport. Why is it important? And a trick to instantly max it out. So the next thing we're going to touch on here is going to be rapport. Rapport is something that's very important that you actually have to statically maintain and upkeep in every town. As you can see, my rapport bar moving across the top. I'm actually missing my 30 bonus rapport by maxing out the amity for this current NPC, but this is because I'm actually testing what it's like to get to 200 without that 30 bonus, and I want to apply that 30 bonus afterwards. There's a little weird thing I'm testing out, but there's a trick to maxing out rapport kind of instantly in a town if you really want to. First we'll look at what it does for you. So at 200 rapport, one of the best items that merchantry gives you, a Tower of Trials entry pass, becomes purchasable. Kafra dust at 160 is also one of my favorite things to buy, as well as premium grade crystal chests start becoming available at rapport 120. I also like to pick up the Crow's Merchant Elixirs and the Patrigio Guaranteed Bargain Passes. These are kind of just a future-proof item for me. I've just been stocking up on and holding on to. I always do all of my material exchanges no matter what, because they profit. It's like 2200 material for 2450 of another. And then when I'm using my workers in camp, I always send the workers out to my lowest resource. So my workers are always retopping up whatever's the lowest, and I'm always taking these positive exchanges in merchantry for my rapport. So rapport, we need to get to level 200 so you can start getting those Tower of Trials entry passes. This is what I do. I load into this town, for example, buy out everything. You get 1.1 rapport for every 100 items that you buy. So I just gained 3.3 rapport, and then we're just going to end merchantry. That's it. We're going to full reset. You always get a B rank on your total purchase. Sometimes you can actually get a couple boss stamps. It's kind of cool. Those free items at the end actually start to add up. It's not the worst thing. And here we go. We're going to load back out. Unfortunately, there's a 45-second window now. We have to wait to get back in. That is the delay here. But during this 45 seconds, we're going to talk about the next thing, and that's going to be selling stuff to the towns and which towns actually, what you can actually buy from each town. And for this, I've made a really cool infographic. We're going to pop that up on the screen. By the way, this process, so we've bought our items in the town. We currently have those 100 black fragments, 100 splendid wagon badges, and 100 decorative steel swords. We're going to go ahead and click the unload all button, which is right behind me on the right here. Our cart's now unloaded, and when we're ready to go back in and buy those items again in 13 seconds when our cooldown's off. But we're going to talk about the towns really quick. So one of the things that people don't realize in merchantry is the items available for purchase are the exact same for every single town always. And I've made a cool chart here that fully maps out where you can buy each item in every town. So Velia, Omnious Black Mercury, High Quality Crystal, Omnious Rock Fragment. This is also purchasable in Florin and Trent. There's also only 15 total items available in the entire game. So 5 total cities, and you're able to actually have access to every item. So Western Guard Camp, Black Fragment, Decorative Steel Sword, Splendid Wagon Badge, also the same as Etheria. Those are the only 2 places where you can get those sets. Glish, Sturdy Wardrobe, Cute Doll, Sturdy Wagon Cover is also shared with Keplin. There's the same 3 items as Keplin. Heidel and Glish. Sorry, Heidel and North Calphion, the city itself, share the same decorative chandelier, splendid bedside table, and round table. And last but not least, Delph Outpost and Bear share the dragon statue, relic remnants, and wall carpet. Now, this information is important because knowing which item is purchasable at which towns, that also means those are the only 3 items you cannot sell at those towns. And you can take advantage of this, especially with our new extremely large carts. And I'll get into that shortly. But so Bear, you can sell every single item in the entire game at Bear except for Dragon Statue, Relic Remnants, and Wall Carpet. So it'll take all the other 12 items we currently have access to. And unfortunately, there's a big list of items that we don't currently have purchasable anywhere in the game. There's no way to even acquire them. And they often come up and populate the sellable list and really cut into our available profits. So we're able to bounce back in now. The timer is up. We gained 3.3 rapport a minute ago. We're gonna come back in, load ourselves up to the trade vendor. While we're waiting for that rush, I usually always jump in here and start to browse around. And there's our trade market. We're gonna buy out everything again, gain another 3.3 rapport, simply leave and end merchantry. Collect our little post-screen rewards here. Boom, 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 and that's beautiful. This is a rinse and repeat. I like to do this when I'm sitting on the couch watching TV and max out my rapport. Now here's the question that I know I'm gonna get instantly. Why do this? Why not just over time naturally max out the rapport at this town by visiting it? Well, this town is not actually in my favored route. I'm only gonna visit this town once every 3 days to maintain max rapport after completing this big, huge assignment of buying out enough items to get that rapport maxed. So this is going to come to my next thing now. Fundamental number 2, wagons and horses, how to optimize your setup. Another important part to your merchantry run is making sure you're set up well going into it in the first place. So we're going to pop into your trading post and go into manage wagon. We have a third cart available now, so you want to make sure that we are crafting that cart and getting it done. So at this screen, you want to hit craft wagon at the top right. We're going to hit on the new wagon here, and I'll pop myself out of the way so that you can see what's behind me. And we have the required materials, which I have. Great, fantastic. We're going to hit craft, and your highest dexterity worker will cut down the time on this an extreme amount. So often you'll probably have that high dexterity character hiding in node, which I did. So I'm going to pop him at a node here. It's a level 50 dexterity main stat worker. We're going to pop back to our manage wagon, craft wagon, select our farm wagon, which is the third one, and that highest dexterity worker will cut my craft time down to 16 hours and 34 minutes. Go ahead and pop that. I have the stamina to do it right now, so just for the simplicity and getting it over with. Register now, register the wagon. Wagon's been registered. So we're gonna go back to manage wagon, manage horse harnessing. You need to remove your current horse. You have unloaded all items from the wagon. Now we remove it. There we go. The horse is now off. Back to manage wagon, farm wagon on the right. We're going to take it out. Now we had horses. A new horse was released as well. So let's go ahead and pop over to our stable manage. We want to breed our tiers. We're looking for a tier 7 horse here. So let's just make sure I'm not missing out on... I don't want to lose my best in slot horse. And actually, it's only a tier 5. I still need to develop a tier 6. So we're safe. We can do no wrong. So we'll slam these two tier 6s together. This is my favorite appearance on a tier 7 horse. You must first remove your barding. Why would you even let me select them then? Come on. Give me that error way earlier. There's the barding. Unequipped barding. Gone. Breed. Tier 6. And check. Stats don't matter to me at all. Those were horrible rolls. Terrible rolls. Perfect merchantry horse because they're bad rolls. So your merchantry horse, nothing else matters. Back to manage wagon. We got our farm horse. Pop back out of the way. Manage horse harnessing. We're looking for that tier 7. Check. Link it up. And your new wagon is loaded, ready to go. I got 2,000 weight at the top right. That's this value here. The capacities, your one run food capacities jumped up to 25,482. And now, of course, you want to make sure you're going to load that wagon up, which is what I'll show you next. How to properly load up a 2,000 weight wagon to maximize your efficiency in merchantry. That's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Stay tuned. There's tons more coming your way about merchantry, including the other half of this series where we cover the 3rd and 4th fundamentals of merchantry, finally really just breaking down all the knowledge and categorizing it. Something I really needed to do. My attempts at making merchantry videos before today have been so chaotic, and it's just been really hard for me to do. That being said, merchantry is something that's really good to learn on the fly by watching someone do it. I'm going to be trying to stream as often as I can my merchantry runs live at twitch.tv/MaskScarin, and link should be up on the screen now. And this is just because if I force myself to stream it, I'm also going to force myself to do it every day. And it's so important. I want to make sure I'm doing it. So make sure you come by later tonight. I try to stream these around, I say about 9 p.m. Eastern. That's my goal, is to go live 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. PST. If you're watching this video the day I released it, I am absolutely making an effort to be streaming during that time. Hopefully I see you there tonight. And yeah, if you come by the stream, hang out, do your merchantry while I do mine. We can talk about it. I'm still actually working on some merchantry content live on stream tonight. We're just trying to really learn some min-maxing and actually evaluating the runs. I've created a score system. I've really broke it down mathematically on how to actually compare, without a doubt, which ones of these merchantry routes are going to be superior. And when we figure that out, there's some more merchantry content coming your way involving that as well. Thanks so much for checking this out. Hopefully I see you again tomorrow and tonight on stream live. But until then, smash that subscribe button and stay classy.